Dillon Danis is fighting Warren Spencer in August. Now, who's going to win this fight? Well, first of all, who's going to win this fight? Let's take a look at their latest performances, in which Dillon Danis fought Kyle Walker, in which Dillon Danis got Kyle Walker in a toe hold and made him tap in round one.
Look at the position. He's going to go for a toe hold. There you go.
And it is over.
After this, Dillon Danis went on to fight Max Humphrey, in which Dillon Danis got Max Humphrey in an armbar and made him tap in round one.
And now he has it out. Belly down armbar.
Now let's take a look at Warren Spencer's latest performances, in which he fought Nick Lamau, in which both started out very fast until Nick Lamau rocked Warren Spencer in round two.
That's all it takes is one.
Some strikes. Oh,
goodness!
But then both went back and forth, both landed some great shots, but Warren Spencer won by decision.
Warren the Mechanic!
And after this, Warren Spencer went on to fight Maganzi Hakim, in which Warren Spencer knocked him out in round one.
Now, this being Misfits Boxing first MMA fight is crazy because it might just bring a new audience, and it might just be a new opportunity where fighters and influencers can now fight in MMA, not just boxing. And since Misfits Boxing now has a roster that's full of well-known MMA fighters like Luke Rockhold, Tony Ferguson, and Darren Till, we might start seeing some more MMA fights in the future involving Misfits and well-known MMA fighters. But here's the thing, not only is Dillon Danis making his return to Misfits, but he's also making his return to MMA. And although his last MMA fight was back in 2019, there's no denying that he's got the skills, as he's well known for his crazy and impressive jiu-jitsu skills and grappling skills. And I'm just going to be honest, Dillon Danis' opponent, Warren Spencer, is most likely fucked in this fight, simply because from what I see, he's just a boxer and maybe a kickboxer, but regardless, he's no grappler or submission artist like Dillon Danis. And since this is MMA, and since Dillon Danis didn't even want to throw a punch against Logan Paul, considering it was a boxing match, what makes you think he's going to want to stand and strike with this guy, considering it's an MMA fight? Of course not. He's going to shoot for a takedown, and he's going to play with him on the ground, and he's most likely going to break something if Warren Spencer doesn't end up tapping. So in the end, I obviously got Dillon Danis winning this fight, and since I think he knows he could submit Warren Spencer in round one, I think he's going to want to entertain the fans a little bit and just look towards taunting and embarrassing him before ultimately making him tap. Now, I believe that Dillon Danis fighting in MMA and in Misfits is a good idea because how many good opponents he could get that will make big and crazy events, but I think him returning to boxing will be a lot better because there's a lot more fights for him there, as there's a lot more bigger names who will want to fight him, but in boxing, not in MMA.